Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. This is going to be an unscheduled thrifting video, simply because these are some of the things I either bought or was gifted during my trip to Winnipeg. And frankly, I need to put them away and, move on with my life. Now, sorry for this, probably kind of unsightly, or depending how your how your brain works, this exciting pile of stuff, paper. I'll start at the top and work my way down, and then I will conclude with some books. And of course, books, as you know, are so light, especially when you're crossing provincial lines and flying. It's awesome. And I will throw in some stories as they occur to me. And if I am repeating myself, I apologize. I hope I'm not leaving anything out. I do write a weekly column, so one of the first things I did when I got back was write my column for the week, and of course talked about my trip there. So now I'm a bit confused about what I said where, which is not an issue, unless of course a person is lying about something, and then things get out of hand. Anyway, let's begin. I told you before that I did as much, got rid of as much packaging as possible. Now these were, I don't even know if this is the right bag from this, to be honest. What is it? Oh, I took something off this and I saved the paper. Weirdo. Oh, this was a deck of cards. Now in the beginning, can't seem to get them. I got rid of the ones I didn't like. Like, I know that I can't imagine that I would ever do a, like a circus journal or anything like that. I kept the ones I liked and got rid of the ones I didn't. I think there might have been, I know, at the crop there was a young girl. I think she's 10 or 11 years old. So I took some stuff there that I thought she might like. Anyway, whether they get used that way or not, they're a great size for altering. First day covers. So I told you that we stopped at an antique sale, and of course, it had just opened, so that's when the crush of people are there. So it was kind of hard. I'll just quickly show you this. On my, both the Maker's Market and Etsy, I have blank albums like this. Maybe I have to pull it out. For tea cards. Some of them are blank, some of them are full. I also sell the tea cards by themselves in bundles. Oops. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I should have done this ahead of time. I forgot this was in the file. Anyway, this one is in mint condition and it is completely blank. And of course, if a person would have been a collector back in the day, I think these were usually the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my goodness, that's tiny. I cannot. I don't. Oh, that might be a date. 19. I think that's a 60. I have a magnifying here, a glass. I think that's the 1960s right there. Anyway, so I just bought that because I didn't think I had a blank tree one. So those are cute and collectible. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We were at the auction sale, and all of a sudden, we hear Kim talking to this guy, and I guess she wrangled a deal on a package, a bundle of first day covers. So of course she comes back to rejoin us, dips in her bag, gives me a chunk, gives Thelma a chunk, and that's just the way she rolls. So I haven't looked at them till now, and even that's pretty cursory, but that is so, okay, are they all 60s? Yeah, all 65. So that is really cool. And of course, appreciate her generosity in sharing those. I have to say, if you haven't been to Kim's channel, it's just her name, Kim Newberg. You need to, through the course of those days together, I found, okay, I want to say this without hurting anybody's feelings. You know, sometimes you watch a YouTube channel and you think, oh yeah, they make nice stuff, but the depth isn't there. They're the kind of channels where if you've heard the dialogue once, you've heard it forever. Everything is fun, everything is pretty, everything is cute, and it's the same adjectives, the same, no matter what it is, it's just a repetition of the same. What I'm trying to drive at here is through getting to know Kim over those several days, it confirmed to me the depth of her experience and her talent. She's got some stories to tell for sure, and has been in this whole business of creating for a very long time, and has had some really extraordinary experiences, and has a depth and breadth of skills. And I think you would be doing yourselves a favor if you visited her channel. And I think I also found that in many ways, and this was what sort of drew me to her in the first place, just some of the things that I'd heard as she was talking. Being a fellow Canadian doesn't hurt one little bit. But some of the other things she said, I'm thinking, I think that too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I agree with that. And you know, we gravitate to the people that we tend to identify with, agree with, and so on. That's not to say that, like, I like to think I'm open-minded enough to listen to and learn from all sorts of people, and likewise understand that people are learning from me as well. So anyway, you know, this relationship developed out of some comments back and forth. And yeah, I think that's one of the good things, one of the blessings of the internet or of YouTube, is that that can happen. So anyway, that was a little sidetrack there. Cute little box, and I didn't leave this in the hotel, clearly. Found this card somewhere, and I thought, well, it's purple and it's butterflies. Oh my goodness. And not only that, look at that. Woo. So can do something with that. These were things that I found in one of the thrift stores. Not quite sure what they are. There were 4 of them. Kim and I are looking at them. She's, oh, those make great belly bands. I'm thinking, well, yes, they would. And probably other things as well. Like they have, you can see that they have a score line. So anyway, I think it's always worthwhile to take even unpriced or maybe separated items to the till and see what the cashier might say. Anyway, oh, this one got a bit dinged. Anyway, she sold them to me and I gave Kim half of them. Or I think I gave her a bundle and Thelma a bundle. This is the stationery that was in this box, and you can see it has that sort of collaged look to it, and of course was, I think, really good. This beautiful paper, Oh, at first, I didn't realize until later that this is actually an envelope and it's scored. Is that not gorgeous? And I imagine that this maybe, is that the right size? Yes. I imagine that these go in them. And this was in the suitcase of goodies from Thelma. Thank you, Thelma. You're probably wondering about this. Early on, our very first stop at the very first thrift store, it didn't have a great deal of inventory, but there was a book there on, oh, I see, I saved the end papers, or the flyleaf, I mean. There was a book on clocks, and I kind of am fascinated with clocks. I think they're beautiful. I think they're symbolic, too, in that they, you know, whether we believe it or not, whether we appreciate it or not, or like it or not, time keeps marching ahead. So anyway, I ripped out, no, I took the book to the crop, and this is what I was doing. I was sort of cutting out images. So I've got clock images until the cows come home. But do you see what the possibilities are like? Even if I just added these to a master board or something. The grandfather clocks, of course, oh, that one's still attached, could make great belly bands or whatever. So we'll see where that goes. But anyway, that just ended up in my pile of, as I was packing. I know that we were in a thrift store, and I said to Ruth, I've never seen a whole shelf devoted to yearbooks. And of course, I kept on looking. At that one, I found some ideals and pointed them out to her because I didn't need them or want them. Anyway, well, unbeknownst to me, Kim had spotted the yearbooks and put a bunch in her basket, and then, of course, offered me some. I can't remember. One of these I bought someplace else. Anyway, I'll just flip through one, but you can see 59, 54, and 49. Now, because there seems to be quite a German population, well, these two are German, clearly, or not written in German, but this sort of thing has, obviously a lot of vintage photos, all those headshots with the lovely or not so lovely kids in them, and hairdos of the day, but of course all the ads at the back. Look at this family. Aw. Oh, don't tell me they... Oh, so they have oh, that's German. So they had, it must have been an instructor or somebody, and then a picture of the person's family. And sort of that Gothic font. Honestly, I didn't realize that this was all written in German. But, hey, that's a bonus, I guess. Even if I can't read it. So I got two there, and then I found maybe this. I don't know. I found one of these on my own. Let's just give this one a quick boot. And look at how nice that paper is. I mean, it doesn't feel so great necessarily. Is this English? Yes, it is. But I like that look of linen, sort of. Oh, this was just a combination of two packages of certificate type paper. The first, and it's one of those things, you see something in the first place, or, early on in your thrifting day or week, and you think, oh, that's great, I should get that. And then, of course, you find something even better. I'll just pull this out a smidge, because I think you all understand what certificate paper is. The bigger package that I found subsequent is a variety of colors. So green, purple, blue, this rusty color. So I split some of that up 3 ways, gave everyone a cross-section of colors. And that was that. I have never come across such in great condition embroidery transfers. Vogart is a name, or this, I'm sure this is something you recognize. Some of these are still sealed. So I think I am going to be probably bringing these to, oh, I probably didn't tell you that on April 11th, I am a guest seller on Angela, the Traveling Crafter's live sale. She does a live sale every Thursday except the first Thursday of the month. Excuse me. Off camera, I'm going to take this top layer off because I'm overheating. So yeah, I think that those would be good to make available there. I have more of these, but again, they're kind of ratty looking, and the flaps are maybe ripped, and they've probably been used. So I was happy to find those. This Aunt Martha's is another brand. Now this one has been stapled shut, so clearly it's been used. I think that one is sealed and that one is sealed. So yeah, there will be some of these. And I don't know, I'm still figuring out how to put together my lots for the sale. So I'm one busy girl. Okay, I'm trying to sort of stack this stuff a bit off to my side here. So forgive the delays here. Found these envelopes on the sharing table and I thought they were cool. So I took some. Also at the antique sale that Sunday morning, I had seen these in somebody's booth, and I thought, oh, aren't those cool? But then again, when we gathered, because we did some photo ops, Kim handed one to me and I think one to Thelma, because she had made an offer on a bunch and had picked out all the teal ones. So this will probably end up being a journal cover. So anyway, thanks, Kim. Now this was no, I guess it goes like this. You know how there's this sort of art? These sort of, well, I think probably the proper word is giclée prints that are home decor. And you see them in places like Winners and you see them everywhere because it's presumably it's affordable art for home decor purposes. So there was a pair of these and the price was unbelievable, like 50 cents each. And of course, Thelma's eyes lit up when she saw that. So one of the things I did in my room was remove the stretcher bars, not that it was stretcher bars, but the frame it came on, kept one for myself and gave her one. So I think the possibilities are, no, this way. The possibilities are pretty good for turning this into a journal cover. And see, it was marked down from $1. The reason that this works is because this stuff is essentially canvas. So, I mean, can't get much stronger than that. Speaking of canvas, oh, this was some nice paper. I can't remember where this came from, but you can see that there was one of those corner punches, and I was trying it out and decided not to get it. So I kind of wrecked that one sheet. And in hindsight, did I have room or the weight for a punch? No. Anyway, this was a paint by number canvas. Look at I'll hold it up like this. Look at the intricacy. Look at those tiny little bits of color. This is actually, I don't even know where I put the little picture, a butterfly. And I am not going to paint this, I guarantee you that. But for 50 cents, who doesn't like a giant piece of canvas? I can either gesso this side or both. just to get rid of this image. And really, there's nothing even wrong with this as far as that goes. Because, of course, a person would be, if using this for several journal covers, a person would, of course, be covering it with something else. So I'll add that to my collection of stuff. I don't know where Kim found these, but she, oh, these I don't think should be here. This was, on the sharing table. So I'll just put that aside. Anyway, Kim, I don't know the story on these, but she gave, obviously, me a whole slug of these. I think she shared with others as well. They, of course, could be a journal cover, especially if you turn in a pocket. They could be, you know, an envelope with a flap. So the possibilities are good. I've never really seen placemats this shape, so that was cool. Is there a date? 1984. So, vintage. Oh, this was, wait, what am I doing here? This was just that tourism-y thing that you see at the front desk of some hotels. And if it's not right on the counter, usually they have one, a pad of maps that they can give you to help you get your bearings. I probably should have taken 2, because then I could see, I could see where I've been. Yeah, you know, obviously, because I was the passenger, I really had no idea of where I was or where I went or how I got there. This was just a piece of tissue that I found on the share table. Oh, another thing, somebody had brought a bird book there. So I kind of went through it and, you know, cut out the birds that I kind of was interested in. And I also fussy cut some birds, but look, Carol. But that is someplace else, clearly. Then there were a bunch of these old music things. Now, I have a fair bit, or, you know, have access to the actual music sheets, but I thought some of these covers were gorgeous. I didn't bother then or since to try to find a date, but is that not precious? Oh, this had something attached to the music attached. And of course, it would be Roman numerals. 19. I wonder, that could be 1919, I think. And again, these are in kind of sad shape, many of them, but we know how to salvage things. Okay, so this is 1921. Always love some of this stuff in a different font. That's beautiful. $19.19. So some of these, you know, just may end up being getting turned into digitals. Here's another one. 1924. 1924. Bluebird, bring back my happiness. 1917. I'll have to just double check that. I'm going by the seat of my pants there. I know the formula, but oh, a little bit of a sniff test problem on this one. So what I'm going to do is salvage the parts that are the best and get rid of, because I guess, you know, we saw that there was Yeah, there's a bit of something going on there. Anyway, that's basically what that is about. And then this beautiful thing, and it's not old, but look at how gorgeous this is. This was also crammed into the little red suitcase from Thelma. So, oh no, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you use this side, you can't have that. But cool, cool, cool. I don't even drink pomp. But these nostalgic images, like, I mean, they're just oh, I could have shown you this, I guess. Really cool. And of course, you know, I have been a fan of red in the past and love it. Thelma, during the crop, when she wasn't working on her peacock journal, was using calendars to make envelopes for the Happy Mail movement, you know, back and forth of where you need a handmade envelope. So I spotted this one and the poppy, so of course it came my way. Oh, 1995. And these calendars, if you've encountered them, you know that they are just rich with detail and the kinds of images we love. This, Thelma was, no, it would have been, what is this? Yeah, so this would have come out of an atlas, I guess. And I love pages like this. I love the columns of numbers. And anyway, so she gave me those pages. I don't know where Kim found these, but they're, and of course, she loves butterflies. So these are actually cello bags with butterflies. So she gave me a bunch of those. This one got mangled. That's okay. How goofy am I? This was the paper that was wrapped around the flowers that Velma got on Saturday for her little birthday celebration. So, we don't have paper like this in Alberta. I better bring some home from Manitoba. Oh my God. But wouldn't this be, I mean, I should set this aside for fussy kind of, because wouldn't this be just pretty well perfect in my purple journals? We visited an antique store in one of the towns, and I think it's run by two sisters. And, oh, that's where I bought most of my books, I think. And, oh, that's when I asked for the friends and family discount, because, of course, Kim knew these people. And Kim did manage to get me a couple bucks off on something. Anyway, so the ladies, even though they didn't put our purchase, we all had recyclable bags, well, she gave me a bag, and I don't know, Kim might have given me one of her, given me her bag. Anyway, I love stuff like this because I don't get stuff like this. So I was happy to have that. This was the wrapping around the flowers that I got at the airport. And I have this. Brought it home. Now these... I really hesitated about this. Now, I like scrapbooks as much as the next girl. You can see it was very cheap, 50 cents and 50 cents. However, these things, you know, they're a bit heavy. They're a bit bulky. But one of these, I think now obviously this one, is pretty well dedicated to the royals. But then I thought these were very cool. I don't know if these are these actually... Oh, they are paper dolls. So I thought, okay, it's probably worth dragging this home from there. Yeah, so that would be Queen Elizabeth, and I guess the Duke of Edinburgh, and Charles and Anne. So, you know, cool. And I guess what I like about this scrapbook versus others that I bought is that, oh, make a liar out of me, that many of them are one-sided. So rather than have the issue of trying to remove the item, you can just cut around it and it's already backed. Oh, this one has Grace Kelly in it also. So maybe this is the one that's more, yeah, more about the royals. I mean, some of these things really don't impress me that much. However, oh, look at, he was the Prime Minister of Canada at one point, John Diefenbaker, I guess in the early 60s or late 50s. Princess Margaret. So, yeah, I think, again, make a liar out of me. Some of them, a lot of the pages are just done, you know, glued on one side. So that was, I think there was some treasures there. Okay, don't know how long this is taking, but probably longer than it should. Show you a few more things. Kim drew my attention to this. It's just an old invoice book for 15 cents. I got it. Now, I will probably rip these out of here and dye them when I do batch dyeing. Because, of course, I spread my papers out on my kitchen island, and put the biggest piece of paper down first, but there's always room to add something more. As we were leaving one thrift store in the foyer, they had a free literature section, and I spotted this there. Scripture birthday book. I don't suppose there's a date, but look at those cute little marble-edged papers. I mean, it's so sweet. So this could definitely, this might be a cute thing to alter. Or, are those sewn in? They appear to be sewn in. Remove them and use them as signature pages elsewhere, and then just use the cover because it's so darn cute. There were very, very, very many hymnals in a variety of sizes. Now, I have quite a bit. I have a number of those already. This was without its cover, peanuts to buy, and kind of a cute size. Like, these could almost be the basis of a journaling card. And again, you see this, somebody, you know, sort of, look at this. And you get caught up in the moment. Yes, of course I'll take it. And then now, I think I bought this at I did buy this at the very 99 cents, Salvation Army. Did buy this at the very first store that they took me to. Did I need more 6x6 paper? No, I did not. But there's some cute papers here. So I succumbed and I bought it. Okay, the rest is books. This came from that antique store. Nice in that it's got a beautiful cover, landscape format, German, I guess, 1894. Now, it is all music, as I recall. Oh, where's the tape gone from that? So obviously, when I take this apart, those are sewn in signatures. These, fold them in half and you automatically have, oh, there is some English there. Oh, that's English too. I guess it's a mixture. You automatically have cute little signature pages that are right side up. So I did pay, again, antique store, I did pay, but the cover is pretty darn perfect. Let me just start a little pile over there. This one, I don't think, I mean, it's an interesting enough cover. It's not in good shape. Didn't pay very much for it. But the beauty of it are the illustrations. Now, this is a reader. So quite off. Oh, 1928. Original copyright 1918. Copyright in Great Britain. So I would have to do some research as to whether or not this is scannable just yet. Look at that large font. But look at all the cute pictures. And in color. My goodness, in color. That is the best. There's a definite style to the coloration that's been used here. Now, you can see that there are rips and so on, because you know what kids are like. But a lot of, I mean, those things can be, you can get around that. Seems to be a number of, well, as always, there are a number of princesses and fairies and things like that. Look at that tape. Anyway, so that was that one. The Kingdom of Children. So this has a dust cover on it. Oh, there's a price tag. I wonder if they knew that price tag was there. Anyway, cute little end papers. Christmas 1925 inscription there. And what was the year on this one? And of course, that paper that is so lovely, 1925. It's got, you know, cute little black and white line drawings. And it's got that decollage paper. So, you know, this, I'd have to research and see if it's scannable just yet. Goodness knows it could be by the time I get to some of these projects. So 25, so next year is 100 years, so you would definitely think that's a safe bet. But yeah, just cute. And you know, kind of a really convenient size. Okay, this is probably one of those, oh, I don't know what this is, but it is 1957. It is German. I don't know if it may be a textbook, I guess, because it looks like it's a combination of maybe stories, poetry. But again, I just love this sort of illustration where it sort of breaks the boundaries of the, or even this. You think you're going to fussy cut that half circle, and there's a little bird. And this is in great shape, considering how old it is. Look, Sandy, a flock of sheep. I imagine by now she's had her flock sheared. I can only imagine the chaos on the farm that the day that happens. Some cursing. So, what else have we got here? This, I don't even remember where this came from. And that's just the thing. When you do that much thrifting all in a row, you lose track. Oh, I know why I picked this one up, because it's all illustrated by Kate Greenaway. I don't think I found a date on this, but look at these cute illustrations. Wonder, there may be something missing here, but that's fine. Foxed and ripped and pre-distressed for us. This too is sewn in. So this will be fun to do something with. I haven't been paying attention. Yeah, some of these, sometimes you have to pick this side or this side, or turn it into a flip if you want your cake and eat it too. Oh, speaking of cake, I have been seeing a guy, well, I guess the designation is doctor, a guy who practices traditional Chinese medicine. He's Caucasian, but he's done it for, 25 plus years. And he has definitely helped me with a digestive problem. And that has meant some dietary changes. So things are going along swimmingly. And then all of a sudden, you're out of your routine. You're taking a bite of that. And I mean a bite, a little teeny corner of a decadent cinnamon bun. Thanks, Barb. A little tiny bite of a piece of chocolate cheesecake. Thanks, Thelma. You're having a sliver of cheesecake, because it's Thelma's birthday after all. And it's surprising how it becomes a slippery slope. And, I'm finding that getting back on track and doing what I am supposed to be doing is a wee bit harder than I expected. But in the moment, those were flavors and friendship savored. I can't remember if I told you the story about going to the bakery in St. Pierre. It is... And I was always curious about what the population of these different communities was, because, of course, then I do a mental calculation or a mental comparison to communities that I'm familiar with. Oh, it's smaller than such and such, which has 5,000 people, a community that I'm used to. Oh, 1,200. Okay, that's more like that size community. Anyway, so there's this awesome bakery. And I think, another thing I was surprised at is how, I think of Manitoba as a Ukrainian population. However, in southern Manitoba, a lot of German people and a lot of French communities. So anyway, this is a French bakery. So, of course, there's the bakery screech, pull up front. And these ladies who had been there before were raving about this particular thing. I don't remember and couldn't pronounce the name of it in English. I do remember the translation, but my lips are sealed on that one because it would be offensive to some people. I thought it was hilarious. But anyway, I said, and these women are just practically drooling as they're telling me how good this stuff is. I said, okay, I'll buy 4 of those. And I'll tell you, we hadn't even pulled away from the curb when, I distribute them and we all dug our teeth in. They really are heavenly. I do have to say that. Anyway, some of the other women took stuff home for their husbands. This, I don't really understand what's going on here. That's a cover. This is a soft cover, but I took it anyway because it's a shorthand dictionary. Now on this part here, they're saying Pluto was discovered in March 1930. So it has nothing to do with the date of the book. But look at this. The tape. The squiggles. And I don't know, were they giving out Purple Hearts for women who learned how to do this? Because I think they should have. I'll give you a moment to savor that. I wonder why that page is kind of just going. Yeah, so it's one of those things we don't really know. No, I guess there aren't any pages missing there, but it's just so beautiful. Okay, this, oh, did I spend a quarter on this? My goodness, that's outrageous. Gospel songs and choruses. So again, oh, bonus. 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 These are obviously photocopies that someone had stuck in here. So again, and I think what's nice is the color of the paper, because of course it's just colored over time, as well as the density of the notes. 1941. I picked this up. I don't even remember where I found it. Now this is some sort of, oh, look at that. Okay, my mom had this, and hers was in kind of sad shape. I think the cover was maybe ripped off or something, but look at this. Can you see that that's almost like a spider web design? Oh, how cool is that? I didn't realize till just now that that came on. So I picked this up just out of nostalgia. It was, you know, I remember sort of, and I probably have that ripped up, damaged one, but this one is in mint condition. So it's explaining flatware, different potential table settings or tablescapes. These things were always cool to me. And then, of course, a few colored images as well. I remember being in a chat, I think it was on, oh, probably one of Angela's live sales. And somehow someone must have been showing a book about Jell-O. And then there was a side conversation about jellied salad. And people were just repulsed by that. Remember, or are you old enough to know when that was sort of a thing? I remember thinking that the weirdest thing of all was cottage cheese and pineapple. And, of course, whatever kind of gelatin. I picked up 5 of these, and both Thelma and Kim selected one to take home. It just irked me that I had to remove a price tag there, and of course part of the design went. But these are a nice size. They're in great condition. The cover is beautiful. Now the cover is consistent from each one. I guess they sort of had a boilerplate design and then just changed the name. Look at this one with purple. But really cool. The 2 columns are set up. There's the music. Do we know what date this is? No, but I just thought, the covers alone were... Look at how different this is. Anyway, got those, and this is the second last one. I've seen this book before. I surely hope I do not have it. I know that in Ukraine, they do a sort of paper cutting, that's sort of an art form. I attempted it in one of those make it and take it type workshops. Mine was not very good, I must say. But I found this intriguing. Now, in hindsight, did I need to bring a hardcover book this size across provincial lines? No, probably not. But there are some cool things in here. That looks like a doily. So when you think that somebody did that, it's pretty impressive. I'm hoping that there's something I can learn here. But I will probably be, again, taking it apart. Another thing I've learned, because, the learning just keeps chugging along here, is that I shouldn't rip into a book very quickly, because you end up with a lot of deconstructed books and not enough time to get to all of your ideas so darn quickly. So I'm learning to keep some books intact until I figure out what I intend to do with them. And then the realization that I'm not going to live long enough to do something with all of them eventually sinks in, and then a person realizes, oh, I should be selling that. Anyway, I just thought this was, because I've attempted it and I know how hard it is, that's why I was drawn to this. Let's see, oh no, that's the author's birth year, 1993. Okay, and then perhaps the biggest and best of all is this one, Nursery Friends from France. My travel ship, it says. I hope I should maybe move this out of the way so I can open this better, or all the way. I am not sure if this is a book that I encountered once before at an antique mall and then decided against because, well, it would have been U.S. prices for one thing. Okay, Nursery Friends from France. So here is this little map on the end papers. And the owner's name. But look at 1925, 1927. So there's an illustration, there's the verse, there's this fancy dancy, I guess we'd call it like a footer almost. But are these not, are these not beautiful? Now you can see there's some rips, there's foxing, there's soiling. Now, I will research this. If it is out of copyright, then I think that I can cherry pick some images for scanning and turn them into a digital because, frankly, again, significant damage on some pages. For people who love the nostalgia of these types of books, who love the sort of the pageantry of those kind of old images, who love the charm of little children, who love sheep, who love cats, who love farmers. There is something for everyone. But again, this would be one of those that takes some time and some effort to deal with. So, my lovelies, that's, maybe there's more here. My travel ship. Okay, so that's what it said on the front there. So it says, a new and decidedly different series of travel books for children. Oh, so it looks like, okay, this is Nursery Friends from France. There was little pictures of Japan and tales told in Holland. Looks like that was the series. So, you know, it's nearly 200 pages long, so I did pay antique store prices for this, but felt that the value was there. That's probably the guy, it says the baker's name, probably trying to get into that French bakery. Anyway, I will stop there. I believe that I have one more video to do of things that I got during my trip, and then it'll be business as usual. Thanks so much for joining me. If you haven't already done so, I would appreciate your subscription, your thumbs up, and your comments. You guys mean everything to me. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.